Good morning, everyone. Hopefully this is working. Seems to be working. This is good. Hello. I have a teeny tiny visitor down here. You want to come say hi? Come on in. I also have some cheese, and he's like, no, I don't want to cuddle. I want the cheese. You want to come say hi? Absolutely not. If you don't come say hi, I won't give you any more cheese. Kai is here, basically, is what I'm trying to get at. How is everybody? I've just had an email to say I've gone live, so that's good. And it appears to be working because Nimue is here, Darcy's here. Good morning, peeps. Hello, everyone. And Caroline says, happy Sunday. Hello. Luminaria is here. Good morning and happy Sunday to you. You too. Joker Clear says, and I might be a few minutes late getting back here. The alarm clock's ringing early this morning. And then says there, the alarm clock has been reset, aka snuggled in beside mum, lol. And Joker Clear says, Darcy. Luminaria says, bright a sunny morning from Wisconsin. Nice. We've got lovely sunshine here too. I've even got the door open, which is why I have a teeny tiny puppy floating around. Come here. Come on. He's not very good at recall yet. Come here. Good boy. You want to come say hi? There we go. Come say hi. He's like, no, I just want the cheese. I'll give you a little bit of cheese. You give me a little bit of cheese. There you go. And now I've got icky dog fingers. Blech. I'm going to have some cheese. Am I mean to you? Am I mean to you? He's going for his first proper haircut tomorrow, which is going to be interesting. We were talking about his colouring on the hangout on Wednesday because he has his like apricot like side or like center part down his entire back, and then he's got apricot ears because apparently this colour is apricot on poodles, which he is part poodle. But I was also then saying that he looks like he has a very unfortunate blonde wig on, which you do. Yes, I'm afraid you do look like you have a very unfortunate blonde wig on. It's quite sad. So, oh, no. He's trying to steal the last little bit of my cheese. It's my cheese. Yeah, he's going to go and get a proper haircut on tomorrow. And then we're going for lunch on the seafront, aren't we? You're being a very good boy. He's currently just sort of like trolling around the back garden, having a fabulous time. Is that, do you want back down? You can go back down. It's like, no, I want the cheese. Give me the cheese. Oh, it's sad. Anyone would think you've not been fed. But you have. You have been fed. Come on. Go find Papa. He wants the cheese. Where did I get you with the chat? Carolyn says, you said the magic word. Kierden has just got up. Hi, Kierden. Sorry. Oh, that face. It's like you've not been fed for weeks. It's my cheese though. I'm sorry. You have that last little bit. Good boy. Is that it? That's not what I wanted. Oh, this is what I want. Oh man. He'll probably run off now that there's no more cheese. No, he's very carefully licking the plate. That's good. Anyway, sorry. distracted by the kitten, puppy, not kitten. Words are hard. Darcy says, Joker Clues morning. Elena's here. Nimue says, Poppy. April says, good morning, good morning. Elena says to Darcy, hello, lovely. Darcy says, it's a great start to hurricane season here in Florida with steady rain and thunder. Ooh. Joker Clues says, well, quit hogging it, Darcy. We're in dire need of rain up here right now. And Darcy says, morning to Elena. Luminaria says, he's adorable and gives my dog baby rabies. I don't need a dog. He makes me want a dog. He is very cute. And he is so well behaved. Although, I will say, I just walked into the main house to go and get some cheese and other things. And he came in with me from the back garden and immediately went into the front room, and Max is asleep on Mum's chair, and he immediately jumped on Max and was just like, hi. Max was like, dude, I'm sleeping. Izzy's in the cat tree as far up as she can get. And yeah, she that is hers. Max gets it if she doesn't want it. Yeah. My love, there's nothing left on the plate. You're done. You've had a lot. You've had a lot. It's all gone. You can go back outside now if you want. Yes, you're a good boy. Yes, he's I'm not usually a dog person. I like dogs, and Susie, you know, mum and dad's dogs over the years have all been adorable, but I'm definitely more of a cat person than I am a dog person. But he is changing my mind. He is adorable. And he came up to see it. They all came up to see me and Chi this morning. And Chi was at the end of the bed, and he came and sat on my lap on the bed because he saw Chi and just turned his back on her and immediately sat down and just looked at me, and he was like, there's a big scary cat over there. And it's like, yes. Chi has hissed at him once, and that was all the telling he needed. And yeah, he bounces all over the kittens, but Chiana he has great respect for, and she hasn't whacked him. She would if he got two in her face. But no, he's got great respect for Chi, which is nice to see. Hi. Why am I being... You're going to be able to see tomorrow because he's got two little spikes in front of his eyes. We're going to get those cut. You'll be able to see properly. Is that, yeah, I don't want any more. Like, I'm not getting any more food. I'm gonna leave. Darcy says, as soon as I can get you some tropical storm, wind and rain will follow. And Unique says, I have an apricot coloured multi-poo myself. He only ever looks white after a fresh haircut. I swear poodles act abused when denied human food. Yeah, I mean, you saw it. Like, he's clearly starving. We haven't fed him for weeks. And I only gave him a sliver of cheese, and I don't know how he's coping, honestly. It's just very sad. Very, very sad. Joker Clee says, speaking of snack foods, it's time for some medicinal chocolate, aka Lent Excellence Dark Raspberry. Oh, don't do this. Are you making me want it? And I have chocolate in my cupboard, in my thing here next to me. I usually get a bar of the Swiss chocolate from Marks and Spencer's because it's really delicious, and that was the only one they'd sold out of, so I've got this instead, which is their kind of like faux Toblerone, and Toblerone dark chocolate is not as good as milk chocolate one, which is good because it means that I've not eaten the whole thing in one go. But there's me saying that I was being good this week, and I'm surprised that I'm the biggest I've been ever. And yeah, chocolate has been a lot of the culprit, but never mind. And Darcy says, my kitties are convinced that I never feed them ever, though they ignore the open bag next to the bowl in the bedroom, which is one of the 3 bowls for the kids to choose from. Bits is currently sleeping on me. I need a coffee, but I am trapped. Oh, so cute. Yes, our kittens have, from the beginning, I was just like, they will not have fish flavored food because it does make them slightly more stinky. In previous experience, we had a very beautiful black cat that was one of Purdy's kittens, and that was one of the cats we lost on the road. That was back in Trowbridge, so that was a very long time ago. and that kitten would only eat the fishy flavored foods, and she was beautiful, and she absolutely demanded to sleep under the duvet with me. But unfortunately she was very fishy smelling, so I was just like, nope, no fish foods for the kittens. Chicken and turkey and duck and beef only. And I have just taken delivery of their latest Blink box, which was full of only tuna and salmon flakes, because they don't like chicken, which is actually kind of good, because Kai, it turns out, is allergic to chicken, or at least it gives him a really upset tummy, which is not fun when you have to give him 3 baths in one day. So if he does get into the cat food, which obviously he's not meant to, because it's way richer and higher in protein than puppy tummies can tolerate, but it's not, if he gets into the tuna one, which he's done once, there was no ill effects. So yeah, that there is that. But yes, the kitten, they have chicken flavored kibble, but their wet food is all tuna and salmon. Although Mum, we ran out of the Blink food, and then the delivery driver, because Every is having a bit of a nightmare with their delivery drivers. They're not paying anyone enough, so everyone's quit, which I don't blame them for. But our delivery driver, or our delivery from Blink through Every, was super delayed, so we ended up with 2 days with no wet food. So we air fried some chicken breasts, obviously with nothing on them, just plain chicken breasts, and the kittens went nuts for that and absolutely loved it. And so Mum was like, oh, well, they like fish, so she went and bought them some salmon fillets, because Kai also very much likes salmon. And they turned their nose up at the salmon fillets. To be fair, the last time that Max had a salmon fillet, he did scarf it down and then throw it all up. So I don't know if he's got like PTSD flashbacks to that. But yeah, he turned his nose up at the salmon. But they did love the tinned tuna in spring water, which they don't get very often. But they did very much enjoy it. So yeah. Fishy food for everybody, it turns out. Where did I get to? Joker says, are you incapacitated, Darcy? Lol, defined as unable to rise due to an occupied lap. And Darcy says, she is laying across my chest, so I don't even know if that counts, to Joker. And David Ray says, hi, Sean and team. Happy Sunday to you. To you too. Thank you for joining us. Darcy says, Sean, can you also feed your kittens sunny side up eggs? Technically, yes, but they're not a big fan of eggs, although Kai very much likes scrambled egg. So yeah. I mean, I would be all for feeding them completely home prepared food, but it's the taurine that they need that's difficult to get into their diet, which is what a lot of cat foods include for you. And because of where taurine comes from in the body of animals, and I know you can get like duck hearts and liver and quail's eggs and things to give cats, and I have like looked into that, but I know it would frustrate the crap out of Mum having all of this stuff all over the kitchen, like all the different bags of stuff, whereas the convenience of having Blink, which is a complete food in a pouch that you just yeah. David Rose says chicken breasts are the only chicken option healthy wise. Wings, legs and thighs, drumsticks are tasty but fatty. Yes. Laurel says hello and good morning all. Good morning. Yeah, I think I've been saying that I want to destash some fabric, and I think so I've been really wanting to get the quilting cottons out and be really ruthless and go through those and destash those, but I also don't really have space for a bunch of destash fabrics to live. Having said that, I've got other piles of stuff up here that if one of those cubby holes was emptied out, then I could put that into, so it's just been moving piles of things. So I'm thinking maybe I should get out, because there's 2 cubby holes of quilting cotton over there, and I'm thinking I want to try and get it down to at least 1, if not get rid of more of it than that. We shall see. Let's see. Joker Clee says, howdy Laurel. Dave on a Rave says, in many parts of the world, chicken feet are popular, if not a staple. Yeah. Nimoy says, well, I'm about to start tracing the wardrobe by me, Moira, and the sleeve barely fits my desk. Oof, good luck with that. Caroline says, Kieran loves chicken feet. Need to get some more for him. Yeah, we haven't tried Kai. Well, thankfully we haven't tried Kai on those, because obviously his tummy doesn't seem to like chicken. But yeah, it's always quite fun taking him into the pet shop, because she's got all of like the treats at like nose level, and so he's like, this is fabulous, this is all for me. Amy says, good morning everyone. Good morning. Darcy says, oh, I just wanted to make a suggestion for the days you don't have wet food. We let ours have sunny side up eggs as a treat. We do science diet in our house. Oh yeah, we haven't tried sunny side up eggs. We have tried scrambled eggs, like I say. Interesting. Yeah, we might give that a go, because Chi sometimes likes eggs and sometimes doesn't. So it would be interesting to see if the kittens do, but they weren't overly interested in scrambled, but they might prefer, like you say, the sort of like runnier side of things. We shall see. Elena says, are you starting fabric fondling with us? Yes. And Dave on a Rave says, sorry, Caroline, is Kieran a human or a pet? And Caroline says, Kieran is an oversized Malinois. He's very cute. He is also convinced he is a lap dog. Dave on a Rave says, breast, legs, feet, thighs. When talking about chicken pieces, context is truly everything. Yes, it is. I think I am going to go and grab one of my cubby holes of quilting cottons, and we need to be ruthless, because the last time I did this I got them all out and then decided that I love them all, but I need to be ruthless. So I will be right back. I've also put them in a really awkward place because I don't use them very often, so yeah. Okay, we can do this. Okay, so there's some on top that I already know I want to keep. These are border prints, which I love. So I want to keep that one. And I want to keep that one. So those two are staying. I think I'm probably going to need to put my sewing machine down for this. Oh, and I'm covering up the mic as well. That's clever of me, isn't it? Let's put you down for a second. To all the people that weren't at the Patreon hangout, I did do some sewing of my knit projects this morning. I've gotten to the point where I need to press it, and I didn't want to abandon everybody whilst I pressed it. So that's why we're not doing any sewing now. But I will show you. It's not finished yet, and like I said, the side seams aren't pressed. But little knit mini dress that I'm working on, and I am enjoying how it's coming out so far. Right, okay. So these two are staying because they're border prints, and I have an idea of what I want to do with those. This, I can definitely sell some of it because I've got loads here, so I can take some for me and put some of that up for sale. This is going to be really difficult. I absolutely love this. And I'm going to keep it for now because the company that make this stuff, they do it on a rayon as well. And I think I've got the cotton poplin, and I want to get the rayon, and then I can sell this as a bundle for somebody who wants to quilt, because it's got kittens in it, and I think I would prefer the rayon one. So for keeping this for now, but it will be going. Oh, this one I love, but I know I'm not going to wear it. So yeah, that one can go. This one's definitely staying. This was one of the ones that I knew that was going to stay, my chocolates. So that one's going to stay. This one, I already have a dress out of this one. It's a border print. It's gorgeous, but I have a dress out of it. And yeah, so that one's going to go. That one's going to go. This one's really difficult. Oh, this one's really difficult. It's my Doctor Who fabric. Oh. I already have the Exploding TARDIS one. I think this one's going to go. As are these next ones, which is going to shock some people, I think. I absolutely love this. The Galactica print from Alexander Henry. I think it's fabulous. I love it so, so much. I just don't think I'd wear semi-naked lady dresses anymore, which means I need to probably get rid of some of my semi-naked lady dresses as well. I do love this. I love it, but will I wear it? That's the question that I've got to ask myself, and I don't think I would. So that one's going to go, as is this one, which again, I absolutely love this. And I was thinking that I would make a shirt dress out of this. Oh, this one's difficult because I do love this one. Oh, I don't know. Let's see. Where did I get to? Read the chat. Darcy says the unset yoke is the best. Yeah, I think the kittens would enjoy that. So we'll have to try that at some point. Caroline says the best training aid for him is hard-boiled eggs. Dave on a Rave says plain boiled egg. Scrambled is tastier, but maybe plain a type of egg is best. Caroline says scrambled is a bit messy for training, but he loves it too. And Joker Clear says, and let the fondling begin, lol. Darcy says soft-boiled eggs are really easily digested, I've been told. And Caroline says, yes, always good for dodgy tummy, I'm thinking. David Narave says, I love scrambled eggs forked with milk and some pepper and garam masala added to them, but I'm not a dog or a cat. Yeah, I think all of those things would make it very unedible for a cat or a dog. Amy says, are you wearing trousers? Gasp. I am. I made myself some new jogging bottoms from my favourite McCalls pattern. I've made 2 pairs, one in this colour and one in the sort of like dusky coral colour that I currently am wearing. Dave on Rave says, wow, are they fondant fancies? I don't think they are fondant fancies. I think they're just lots and lots of covered chocolates. So yeah, this one I just can't bring myself to part with. Joe Clear says, I'll take the leaf print with the autumn trees on it. You got I I need to work out how much I have of all these things, and how much I want to charge for them. It's probably going to be £10 a meter. Maybe these Alexander Henry ones might be more expensive because these are really hard to come by now, and I know that they're going for a lot more than that on Etsy, which might seem mean of me, but yeah, I need to see how much these ones are going for. Although this one I'm thinking, do I want to get destash this one? Will I? See, this is the problem. I'm like, but I love it, and I do love it. I don't know if I'd wear it anymore, which I'm coming to because I know Elena's asked that question. David Narave says, now that looks like Keukenhof in the Netherlands with so many flowers on the ground between the trees. Luminaria says, Dave, I'm intrigued. I'll have to give it a try once I'm feeling better. I've been sick for a week. Oh, feel better, please, soon. Darcy says, need to take the door off the closet in my studio so I can get to my fabric, but found a unicorn pattern that I need to tape together and then trace. Be strong, Sean. Caroline says, would love the Doctor Who. Elena says, why wouldn't you wear them? I think my style's just changed. I think it's just, I used to love the semi-naked lady dresses, but I've noticed that I don't overly enjoy wearing the that kind of large print anymore. I don't know. Just styles have changed. I think if I had an unlimited budget and unlimited room, I don't think I'd destash any of these. I think I would keep them all and buy more fabric and end up having to like have a second storage unit for all the fabric I bought. But I do need to try and claw back the fabric budget that I had this year because it's gone horribly over. Purely, it's nobody's fault but my own. So yeah. David Arave says, hi Luminaria, you mean Keukenhof? Darcy says to Joker Cleese, I was thinking the same thing. Debbie says, ooh, Doctor Who fabric. Joker Cleese says, semi-naked lady corset dress, lol. See, that's the other thing. I'm thinking maybe should I make, well, I think of the two. Oh, I like them both. Oh dear. I'm going to put these both over here for now because I do like them both and we'll reconsider. I've also got the New York skyline here, which is going to go because I love it. And I think it's really good colors for me because it's vibrant blues and browns and greens, but I think it needs to go. So that's a decent chunk of ones that are going to go, although that red, this one here, is a stretch cotton and I have got a lot of it. So I'm going to take some for myself and then put the rest up for sale. Where did I get to with the chat? Elena says, at this point in your life, you're allowed to go extra wild with your prints. So wear all your ladies. I think I've just grown out of them. I think it's not because it's just, no, I don't. I'm not. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, my taste will probably swing back around, which is why I'm probably not going to sell any of my dresses because, like I say, my taste will probably swing back around and it will be nice to have them. But the fabrics, yeah. Let's see. Luminaria says, I mean, the eggs with garam masala. That does sound yummy. But yeah, not for dogs and also not if you've got an upset tummy. Nimue says, I say allow yourself one semi-naked lady fabric for nostalgia's sake, if nothing else. This is true, but I do have an incredible amount of semi-naked lady dresses already. So just saying. Joker Clee says, I'll take the lot, just let me know the damage, lol. I'll take the bolt, even. Dave on the Rave says, go for it, Luminaria. Lovely on crumpets with a bit of bubble and squeak. Darcy says, my eldest cat has an upset stomach, which we think it's caused by the change in her food because we're out of our over 6-year-old food. Yes. Luminaria says, it's been ages since I've had last had Bubble and Squeak. Not my favourite, but I know Mum and Dad love it. David Arove says to Darcy, what tape do you use for unicorn pattern? Sorry, just curious. And Bubble and Squeak is totally delicious. I mean, I once made a Bubble and Squeak crumble with a Herbie crumble. I was just feeling creative, but it was odd. I use archival tape. And Joker Clue says, if I had to choose, I'd keep the Galactica pattern myself, but that's because I'm into Space Age. But I swear I was born a century too late, at least according to my likes and dislikes. Elena says, keep the fabric. I'm trying to fund more fabric shopping. Dave Monroe says, thanks to Darcy. Archival tape, I probably know it by appearance, if not name. Thanks. Sal's here. G'day, Sean and Peeps. It's been ages since I've said hello. It's nice to see you. Hope you're well. Joker Clay says, did you forget to feed the hamsters again? Lol. Oh no, is the internet dying? It seems fine here. Unique says, what is Bubble and Squeak? So it's kind of like leftovers from, for at least in my house, Bubble and Squeak is the leftovers from roast dinner. So like cabbage with some of the other vegetables that have happened to be there, with some potatoes of some kind of fried up and then made into kind of like a cake, like a rosti. But that's the definition of it in my house. And I think it's one of those things where the recipe changes depending on where you are and who's making it. Darcy says hi to Sal, as does Caroline. Luminaria says it's better again. Oh, that's good. Joker Clee says, well then, I blame the hiccup on Musk again. I mean, yeah, everything's his fault, really. David Narave says, I read Unfortunate Story earlier from 1938 in Sydney. I think one woman's swimsuit had loosened in a wave. Another woman was fixing it, holding the safety pin in her mouth, and she swallowed it. Oh no. Ew. Aaron says, good morning from Virginia. David Rave says, I think she survived, but lessons to be learned. Yes. Now I keep putting pins in my mouth and thinking, you shouldn't do that. You really shouldn't do that. So yeah. Anyway, we can put these to the side. It's really hard to get rid of that Doctor Who fabric. It's really hard to get rid of all of these, but I've got another pile over here. I've run out of room in my sewing room. Definitely run out of room. It'll be fine. It'll be totally fine. We can do this. We can totally do this. I'm really glad you guys can't see me because it's not elegant at all over here. Here you go. Oh, okay. This one's got to stay because this was a gift, and technically this isn't actually a quilting cotton, so it's not even in the right place, but I love that one, so that's staying. This is a flamingo border print, and it is gorgeous, but it's going. And this one is beautiful. I absolutely loved, this is the Bed of Roses, although they all look like peonies to me. Bed of Roses collection from Michael Miller, and this is absolutely gorgeous. This one I think might need to stay, but I do think I have an entire bolt of the grey. Do I have a bolt of the grey, or is it the peachy one? Oopsie. Yeah, I've got like there's some more of this coming up in a second as well. I've got some of this left on the bolt that's not been washed, and some that has. Okay, this next one is another one that's really difficult because this was a gift and it is gorgeous, but it's just not me, I don't think. So that one is going on the for sale pile. This next one is another border print, which I do really love. And again, this one was a gift, so this one's going to stay. This next one, Mim's here. This next one, Mim has got first refusal on. This was also a gift. And it is stunning. But it's just the wrong colours for me. So this one is going. And then I've got the 5 meters of this that I cut for myself. And it's grey. It's got to go. And then I've got some of the border print left. I made my sister-in-law this dress. It was my first sew along on the channel, was the 6696 in this print. And again, it's grey. So it's just it's not the right grey for me. So that one's got to go. This one's staying because I love this one and it's in pieces. There's not a lot of fabric there. And then this one also is staying because again, it's a cut up dress. So I'm going to try and salvage some bits from that. This one's also staying. Another Alexander Henry. Oh, this one's going to be difficult. This one I'm going to give first refusal to my mum because it's a Lisa Chandler fabric and mum's got the ivory colorway of this. But she will probably, this is Australian flowers, under the Australian sun. It's really pretty, but this one's going. But this one's going to, like I say, mum for first refusal. She'll probably say yes. Oh, this one's going to be really difficult. This and the Doctor Who one are difficult. I don't know. Dave says, think she survived, but lesson learned for the swallowing safety pins. Like, get out of the danger caused when you're addressing those waves. Yeah. Caroline says, my mum used to hold pins in her mouth. My brother nudged her in the hospital, fed her cotton wool. Oh, gosh. Sal says, what did you peeps think of the yellow 1950s dress worn by Belinda in Doctor Who? I haven't seen. I am 2 doctors behind. I'm still halfway through the Peter Capaldi, so no spoilers, please. David Rave says, Sean, you don't strike me as a pins in the mouth sort of person, lol. Held my door keys in my mouth earlier when walking upstairs to the flat with both hands full of groceries. And then also says to Caroline, was she okay? Debbie says to Sal, I personally loved that dress. Caroline says, yep, she didn't do it after and yelled if I tried. Yeah, you really shouldn't put pins in your mouth. And I don't do it that often because I used to do it all the time before my jaw moved, but now I can't actually hold on to things. So I have to put them in my lips rather than my teeth because my teeth don't bite anymore. So yeah. Caroline, Darcy says, I have a couple of links of the cats in kimonos riding turtles by Michael Miller. I think they were playing instruments. That sounds epic. David Arave says, I hold pens in my mouth a lot, but try not to bite down too hard, as at school I remember people getting mouthfuls of ink if they chewed a bit too hard. Yes. David Rove says, good stuff to Caroline. Old habits die hard with near fatal experiences. Mim's got like heart eyes. Darcy says, reminder to me that I don't need fabric until I start using some that I have. Dave on a rave says, Sean, be ruthless. Be ruthless. Sal says, I wrote a short sci-fi film about a leaf that looked like it was following me. Oh, was it an actual leaf, or was it a leaf, something in disguise as a leaf? Darcy says, so the Australian flower print is not leaving, just switching sides in the sewing room. I think so. I think Mum's going to want it. Like I say, she's got the same print, but in the ivory and gold tones, which is gorgeous as well. But we shall see. But what do I do with this one? I've only got 3 meters of it. Can I see myself actually wearing? I think it's a Michael Miller print. No, it's Alexander Henry. It says it's called Midnight Snack. No, I want the chocolates. I don't want that one. So that's a fairly decent chunk gone, although there's a giant chunk still there. So let's go and put those over here. That also means that I might be able to tidy away some of the random boxes that are hanging about at the moment as well. Will you actually go in? Oh, just. That's good. Okay. Oh, I don't know where you can go. Oh, you said the packing boxes can go over here for now. Are you gonna fit? No, you're not gonna fit. Oh. Huh. Okay. I'm trying to tidy up a little bit. Do you guys remember when I did the bundles of kind of like scraps of fabric? There were some fairly decent sized chunks in there, but there were some small pieces as well in there as yeah. Would you guys be interested in those again? Because I've got so many bits hanging around that I'm like, I'm going to do all these things with them, and I'm not going to do all these things with them. We know this. You know this. I know this. So, yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Where did I get to? Darcy says the bright pop-art print, beautiful. It is. But then these are the ones that I've kept. So I've gotten rid of a cubby hole, but I've kept a cubby hole. Sal says in real life was actually Leaf, but in the story it was a Lovecraftian monster from another world that accidentally got turned into a leaf and tried to get back home. David O'Reilly says another bad habit people have, especially in Britain, is using teeth as scissors when cutting sellotape. If not on a dispenser, tastes yuck and can hurt the teeth, or lips can crumble and mouth can get stuck. And yet we still do it, especially at Christmas. That was when I first noticed that there was something wrong with my jaw, was that I couldn't bite through sellotape anymore because my teeth don't align, and they used to, but they don't anymore. Yeah, that was the first time I was just like, this isn't right. So yeah. Darcy says people in the States use their teeth to open things and it's a bad habit. David Rave says looks tidy to me, Sean. Thank you. Nimue says this tracing job is more annoying than it has to be because the pattern comes with 5/8 of an inch, 1 centimeter seam allowance, and I want French seams. Wonder who I blame that for. 5/8 of an inch is 1.5 or just over 1.5 centimeters. So it's 1 centimeter is 3/8 of an inch, or at least that's what I've been working on. David Arave says, really to Darcy, I thought more careful with dental things in the US. Nimue says, I still have a lot of my scrap bag to sew up. I do have ideas for some. Awesome. Nimue says it's 3/8 of an inch. I need 5/8 of an inch. Yeah, that's a pain. You're going to have to go through it and like redo it all. Annoying. Darcy says, let the pop art go. It is in the destash pile. Jenny says, hello from Australia. Love your catch-ups. Bedtime for me now. Good night and thank you for joining us. Right, let's go through this and be brutal. This one I'm keeping because I absolutely love this. And this was actually one of the first fabrics I ever bought about 25 years ago now. This, as I say, is a project. As you can see, it used to be a dress. There's enough fabric here to make probably a shirt, and it's a bark cloth from Bark Cloth Hawaii. And then I've also got the black and white version of the Alexander Henry soap print. This one's going to go. It is a beautiful border print, but that one's going to go. I got rid of my all because I did the hot pink one of this. I did make a dress and then and a shirt, and then I turned it into a skirt and a shirt, and I've gotten rid of that because it was the wrong colors for me. This peach one. Yeah, that one can stay. Like I said, this is not a quilting cotton, so it's in the wrong place, and it was a gift, and I love it, and that one's staying. My Sewn Naked Lady fabric. I think they can both stay. There's room. I've destashed a cubby hole so they can stay. My chocolates can stay. One of the reasons I'm doing this is to get fabric to fund purchases of new fabric. And so once I have been able to get hold of this print or the combination of this print on rayon, I will then destash this as a bundle for quilters because they came from a quilting guild and there's a yard of each, I think. And then we've got the 2 border prints. So yeah, they can all stay. They can stay. I probably ought to try and put, let's see. That one is not a quilting cotton, so it's in the wrong place. This is an alterations project, so that's in the wrong place. Try and put these back in some kind of color order because that makes me happy. See if I can squidge these back into the cubby hole they came out of. Wish me luck. Because it's also right down at the bottom. Fun times. Oh. There's a decent amount of space down there as well. That's good. Right. Destash pile. For someone who totally had lost their sojo earlier this year, these are all the patterns that I've got through this month. And a lot of them are knits. Appreciate that, but yeah. Feeling quite productive. This one needs to stay out because I'm doing a review on it. And those can all go back into the stash, as can those. We've ended up on a bit of a sewing room tidy up. Okay. So this is staying because I need to do a review on it. These need to go into different cubby holes. I know this one can go. It's right at the bottom of the silk pile, so hopefully this comes out easier. This one. This is absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. I've got 5 meters of it because, of course, I have. It's like semi-sheer in places. It would make an absolutely gorgeous evening dress. It's just too cool toned for me. Even with like the rose gold metallic running through it. Somebody else ought to have that, so that can go on the destash pile. I know there's a couple in here as well that can probably go. And I know there's a couple in that pile over there that can probably go. There's one over in my coating pile that I probably need to give Mum first refusal on. Darcy says, Dave and Arave, they have beautiful teeth as a goal, but it's unreachable one as they don't cover dental work without second dental insurance. Jokingly says, well, I better go. The alarm clock is wreaking havoc again, then demanding both food and drink, which it currently has both. Hugs to all, and hugs to you too. Darcy says hugs to Jokingly, and Caroline says bye to Jokingly. Darcy says, take the not quilting cotton and put it where it belongs so it's not lost in the wrong place. Yes, that's another thing. Like, things have gotten very kind of like out of whack back here, so I want to try and sort things back out again. Sal says, selling fabric to buy more fabric sounds like you need to go to Fabrics Anonymous meeting. Yes. Amy says, I'm working on a knit jacket these days. It's easier than I thought. Oh, nice. Darcy says, spoken like a member of FA Anonymous, Sal. Amy says that it's the Butterick 5926 if anyone is curious. Nice. And Gin and Pins is here. Sorry I'm late. Happy June, peeps. I'm not sure why this year seems to be flying by. Glad to see your Sojo is back. Thank you. Sal says to Darcy, first rule of Fabrics Anonymous, you don't speak about Fabrics Anonymous. Yes. Yes. That one. There's a couple in there that need to go. Yeah, I have so much stuff. So much stuff and no room for it all. Darcy says Sal has forgotten the first rule. Luminaria says don't forget to like the stream, peeps. Yes, please do like the streams. Honestly, for the live hangouts on the main channel, liking and thumbs upping and coming back afterwards and commenting really does help. Not so much with the Patreon ones because they're unlisted, but the general to everybody ones, that really does make a difference, and it's very much appreciated when you guys do that. So thank you. Darcy says the unicorn pattern that she's working on is an instant apron from 1952. Ooh, nice. Very nice. Yes. I feel like I'm just moving piles of stuff around in here, which technically I am, but hopefully some of the fabric will sell. I think what I'm going to do is start up an Instagram destash account. I think. Yeah, I think I'll start up an Instagram destash account because I was thinking maybe I should put it up on my website. But I will get charged commission for every sale that I make through the website, whereas if I put it on Instagram and do it pay in PayPal, friends and family, it means the person paying pays the commission, which is annoying, but I mean, somebody has to pay the commission for PayPal for using PayPal. And I don't think I want to give my bank details out. I don't know. We'll see. I'll see. I've got to pull my finger out and actually do these things. So we'll see. Nimue says, layered printing is great, I guess, but you'd really appreciate it if patterns stayed usable if you printed the whole thing. Glares at jumble of notches. Oh, yeah, that's annoying. Elena says, almost done with the packing the kid, but now need to make something to eat and continue with panicking about everything. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. You might even enjoy the break. Jen Pin says, now planning makes to wear with my new woven scarf now up on Instagram. Ooh, is this the one that you were doing at the craft afternoon? Oh, you're the first person that's come up on Instagram. Oh, wow, that's so fine. It's beautiful. And sorry, my scrolling ability. That's so fine. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. Sal says, I've got a new cosplay to show off in 3 weeks. Dark Lord Gandalf, the version of Gandalf if he took the One Ring when Frodo offered it. Ooh. Nice. And Laurel says, ooh, lovely work to Gin and Pins. Yes, beautiful. Guys, it's been an hour of me waffling about fabric and fondling fabrics. There is a large selection there, as I say, of stuff that's going to go up somewhere. I will put it up on the Facebook group and on the community tab here, wherever I decide to sell it. Yeah. So fingers crossed, fabric destash coming soon. Fingers crossed. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me on this Sunday morning. It's been lovely seeing you all. I am going to power on and get the rest of my knit projects finished so that I can get on with all the woven things that I want to do in June, all of which apparently have lemon prints on them. Is anyone surprised? Probably not. So I know I say this every week. I said this last week, but I didn't do a live hangout last week, did I? It was only a Patreon one. There will be a video this week. It is going to be my June plans, and I'm going to also film my May makes, of which there are lots, most of them knits. There's also a sew along coming out for the McCalls dressing gown with mini piping tutorial. The main piping tutorial will be coming soon too. There will also be a Patreon video for the $5, $10, and $15 peeps for a vote for the next project coming up. And I think that's it. So thank you very much for hanging out with me. I will see the $10 and $15 tier peeps on Wednesday at the Zoom call, and then I'll see the rest of you next week for an afternoon, early evening hangout. So I shall see you all then. Bye.